Welcome to Virtual Mimics and Gimmicks, where a bunch of idiots pretend to know what they're doing and in the process torment me with their vicious mockery. I'm your friendly neighborhood dungeon master and player punching bag, Anastasia. Playing Troy, our half-wood elf ranger with a taste for bear blood, is Sean. We've got Ryan playing Biren, our furball cleric who prefers liquid courage, and Tatiana playing as Poofers, our wily tabaxi barbarian. Finally, we have Amanda playing Aravir, our sexy high elf sorcerer with hair and heart of gold. With that, we're going to jump straight into the recap. Let's go. Last time on Dungeons & Dragons Ball Z, our heroes faced the appearance of a great tear in the sky, the first sign of the ruin and the beginning of the end of the world. With the pressure on, the party wasted no time setting out for the next quest, another mission to reclaim an artifact, one of the tools that is needed to stop the ruin. Little is known of this artifact other than its location somewhere in the northern reaches of the Arsenfell Desert. The nature and power of the artifact remain a mystery. On their way toward Arsenfell, our heroes passed through two villages. In the first, they comforted the fearful civilians through the creation of yet another festival dedicated to the great hero Biren. The next village was entirely abandoned, though it looked like this had been very recent. Upon entering, Troy fell victim to a spooky vision, and when he came to, the party was trapped in a world of darkness where they had to face off against the night and a horde of undead, which seemed to be controlled by phantasmal circlets around their heads. Our heroes were saved from certain death by the arrival of a mysterious woman who later introduced herself as Cleo and has now joined the party, at least until the perpetrator behind the village's deaths is found and destroyed. What did these visions mean for Troy? How is this night related to him and his past? What sort of person is Cleo, and what will she bring to the party? What awaits the party in the Arsenfell Deserts? How many more questions will I have to ask to fill the time? All this and more, now on Dungeons & Dragons Ball Z.
Yeah, ran at that clock.
That was a good one.
All right.
Well played.
Thank you. I'm going to pop on this song and get started. So as I said, you guys had basically just redestroyed a village, and Cleo has joined you. Biren went and did some necromancies and talked to a dead lady, and Cleo did not like that, and I believe that is exactly where we left off. So, your entire party is still in this village, and if you have anything to discuss, such as the fight you just had, maybe interact with your new party member, or we can get going towards your quest, whatever you wish.
Refresh my memory, but didn't we find the corpse of or some remnant of the last night we
of
fought?
The night? Yeah,
Yes.
That pointed
the
at it
mini
being
boss.
more of a possession than an actual
Yeah.
an actual NPC.
That is correct.
Okay. Was it the corpse or was it like the armor that we found?
It was, well, you found an unarmored corpse, but the armor was in the room, and it was kind of like, it was like a guard's quarters, so it was a safe assumption that that armor belonged to that person.
Okay.
I would actually like to talk to Cleo.
Okay.
So, Cleo, you have been cleared because you don't like evil bad guys. However, I'm still quite curious about your past. I mean, we're wardens, so you kind of know our deal, but where do you come from?
She kind of like gives a deep sigh and looks away for a moment, and when she looks back at you, she makes direct eye contact with you. And one odd thing that you notice about her is that she has dark eyes, but there are lighter golden circles surrounding her pupils, which is a bit unique. So she sighs and she says, "Oh well, it's a long story. I'm a bit of an exile, I guess. I don't really like, spewing my past out in front of total strangers. I think you can appreciate that. But let's just say that where I come from, I'm no longer good friends with."
I mean, that's not too unusual. I'm okay with that. You guys okay with that?
Great.
You guys have taken in worse.
Yeah, I mean,
We are very trusting.
we
I've
are.
noticed.
We're very trusting. I mean,
Notice
we-
you
to,
never question anything.
to be
believe you.
fair, she did help fight off that horde of mind-controlled zombies and that humongous knight, so I think that kind of
She did.
clears
Let's
a couple
just
things.
hope I don't have to fight off anymore when you go raise them from the dead and start speaking with them.
Well,
Yeah, why don't you like that, by the way?
Necromancy, as with many magics, is quite evil in nature. I, as someone who respects the sanctity of life and its holiness, can't say I honestly appreciate meddling with that.
Now, when you say many magics, like what do you? Some of us are of the magical kind, and
Oh, I've noticed.
do you have a problem with that?
It's something I'm learning to cope with, but you know that the darker ones I can't really. I don't think I'll ever be able to get over.
Are you from the Imperium?
I guess I gave that one away quite fast, didn't I? Yes, I am.
Yes, the hatred of magic is a thing. Yes.
Yeah, I do originate from the Imperium, but as I said, I'm no longer welcome there.
Well, any exile of the Imperium is a friend of ours, isn't that right?
To bullshit check that.
Okay, roll insight.
God, someone
We did-
finally bullshit checked.
We did see her use magic, by the way.
You did. She is appearing to make no attempt to like mask anything. She seems to be very forward with you. She dislikes dark magics and is uncomfortable with other magics.
So what was up with the magic you used?
It's a gift from, he who we worship. The author is with us in many ways and has blessed me with some of his with some of his blessings, for lack of better words, since I only have 10 intelligence and words are difficult.
Well, don't worry, because I have less than that. But you're okay with some magic then, clearly.
I can tolerate it. It's just, let's not get into the realm of, possessing people, raising the dead, other sorts of malicious, evil magic.
How do you feel about large animated beer steins?
I can't say I've experienced that.
It's great.
Yeah, so,
I think-
Cleo, just for clarification, I can understand why you'd be uncomfortable, but we're just trying to find out what's going on, and we're trying to figure out if there's something even more amiss than the thing that's already in front of us. And just for the record, I'm much more about raising the roof than raising the dead.
This
Oh.
is true. Barry does not often raise dead people.
That's good to hear. It was just a bit of a shock to walk in here. I haven't had a lot of experience with magic yet, mostly just in terms of wiping it out. So it was just a bit of a shock. I'm sure I'll get used to it. You seem like decent people.
We are so decent.
the decentest.
The most decent.
Well, I think we'll get along just fine then. Like I said, I'm really just kind of interested in seeing the destruction of whatever this was.
Well, Cleo, I don't do any magic, but don't worry, their magic comes in handy when we're getting our butts whooped. So you'll come to appreciate what tricks they can pull. I promise.
Well, let's hope.
Also, speaking of which, and I point straight up into the gaping hole in the sky. What are your thoughts on that thing?
It is concerning, isn't it?
It is quite concerning, yes.
That is the extent of my understanding of it.
Yeah, I mean, we aren't that far ahead of you either. But we are going to Arsenfell, if you would like to come with us.
Well, I don't really have anywhere else to be right now. I'm sure you're going to be on the trail of whatever this was at some point, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we're on its trail or it's on our trail, but somebody's trail's gonna meet here, so.
Well, sounds like fun either way. So, I mean, if you'll have me, let's go crush some skulls.
Let's go smash things! I like her.
Telepathic message buried him like, great, we got another one.
Well, there are more. Well,
Add it to Team Troy Poofers.
yeah, we need more bashers, so that's fine.
All right. So, after leaving this village, you guys actually run into very few issues on your way to the Arsenfell Red Warden Outpost. It's a few more days' travel before you get there, and it is getting hotter and drier and sandier. but you find it without much difficulty. When you arrive, you are greeted by a charming, dashing fellow. I have a picture of him, which I will post in our context channel on our Discord.
There's a link down below.
Yes. Context. There you go. He is charming. And he kind of like is expecting you and sees you approach, meets you at the gate. This is not a huge outpost. There are probably like 30 people here total. It's more of like a supply passing through point, like a kind of like check-in point, rather than a like, you know, somewhere we'd go to research or live for a long time. It's like a stock point. He comes up and says, you must be the sixth that we were sent word of. Welcome. This is the Warden outpost into Arsenfell. Hopefully you'll find this stop restful before heading into the arid nothingness that lay before you.
Wow, you are an excellent welcoming person.
My name is Ozon. You're welcome to any resources that we have here, of course. And I do have information on your next destination whenever you're ready, though I'm sure you would like to, rest and clean up before getting into the business of anything.
Thank you so much for telling us your name, because we always forget to ask people their name.
Might I ask yours? And it seems like you have quite an interesting exotic party. We don't see many of, we do see quite a few tabaxi, but the rest of you, actually not too many.
I'm Poofers, and a frog jumps out onto my hand as I extend it to him.
Well, that is definitely going to die here.
It will die in
Anyway.
about an hour anyway. It just kind of fades into nothingness. Don't know where it goes. Don't know if it's the same frog that keeps coming back, but here it is.
Maybe we should ask it one of these times. Show a little humanity to the poor frogs jumping out of your hat. Never gets old though, right, Poofers?
It never old, always gold. Let me tell you,
But it's green.
it is green. That's a very good observation.
Thank you. So, who do I have the pleasure of welcoming today?
I
Well,
need to introduce myself.
I am Troy. This is Biren and Eravir and Cleo. We are the Sensational Six.
I see only 5 of you. Where did your sixth companion go off to
The
do stuff?
frog
Those-
is the sixth.
Yes.
Oh, I
Should
see.
have introduced us as the Sandy Six. That's what we're gonna be.
We're about to be the Sandy Six.
Hmm.
We have a very
well.
fluid group name.
I see. Well, that will be excellent as these sands are ever shifting and changing. It's appropriate. Like I said, you're welcome to make yourselves at home here.
Is it always so hot, or does it get cooler?
Actually, this is the coolest time of the year. We're in the dead of winter.
Great.
So what is the temperature out like?
It's about sunset right now. You're getting in kind of the end of the day. So it gets chilly at night. It's mostly the days that are hot. In the day, you hit about 95 probably, and at nights you get down to like 50, 60.
Okay, so still really hot in the winter. Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking, hey Barry, you know how you're always making beer and stuff? Are you
Mhm.
able to make water?
Actually, I think I can. I haven't really tried to. Why would I make water when I can make beer?
And Hoovers just kind of looks at the desert,
Ah,
motions to the desert.
maybe I can make watered down beer? I could try.
You know, it's actually very dangerous to drink alcohol in the desert. It dehydrates you more.
Well, guys, I'm going back the other way.
Okay, Barry, see you in a few sessions. Bye.
Okay, I was just kidding. But I'm pretty sure that I have a spell where I can create like emergency rations, like X amount of emergency rations, including water.
Probably.
Yeah, pretty sure I do. I don't remember what it's called, but I'm pretty sure I have it.
Okay.
Was it Ozan?
Uh-huh.
Do you have any tips for us? I have another tabaxi friend, and I wrote him, and he said to bring lots of water, wear clothes that cover your entire body unless you're fuzzy, and watch out for things in the sand, was what he said.
I mean, that's about accurate. I think if you're furry, that the additional clothing doesn't necessarily hurt. I mean, you might just get really dusty without it. Not have a lot of water to clean yourself off, so that's really up to you, though. Maybe you'll overheat. I don't know. I don't have fur. The tabaxi that we do see wandering around are, fairly covered, so probably either way is fine. Let's see what else. Yeah, stay well stocked on water because the cacti juice, it will keep you alive, but you'll have a really fun time staying alive, and that might not be best for other situations. You get what I'm saying?
You're making it sound like something I
don't.
want to do.
Well,
So I just remembered I can create 45 pounds of food in 30 gallons of water. I just remembered.
that might be difficult to carry.
Well, that's why I can magically
do you have
that.
to create it all in one go, or can you create like little bits?
Can we ration it?
Yeah. How often can you do that, Barry?
Like 3 times a day.
Just leave
why?
giant stockpiles of food and water behind us.
You think we're going to be okay?
Yeah.
Unless something.
Those
keeps your
are
magic
third level
from going
spells,
on.
though. Those are third level spells, which are kind of valuable.
We should probably carry some with us anyway, just to be safe.
Apart from the obvious need for rations, let's see. The Tabaxi tribes are generally pretty neutral. They do like to be left alone, but they're not going to fight you unless you piss them off for some reason. And they should help you if you are in desperate need of something. So that's good. Let's see. Make sure you keep some watches at night. There are a few dangers of the sands that are. Let's just say you'll prefer to see them before they strike. The scorpions can be quite deadly, in fact. Let's see what else. Yes. You have a sheer abundance of horses that I can see. We're happy to take care of those for you here. In exchange, we can give you 3 camels to cross the desert with.
Ooh.
What is a camel?
Yeah, you're in for a treat, Poofers.
I have done so much research on monsters and stuff, and I've still never heard of a camel.
It's always
What
not
is
a
it?
monster. It's
Well,
a
it's
humped
not a monster.
horse
What is it? It's
with a long neck. Imagine
who's doing the humping?
Why don't we just save that for when you guys are ready to set out?
Oh no.
Okay.
Without words.
So we get to get desert buddies.
This is a
And
wily bunch.
Aravir, you're dressed a little impishly. You might want to get some more.
Yeah, maybe you could have informed me of how to dress, before we left Redcliffe.
Well, I figured they'd have stuff here because
Well,
I
we
think
can lend you
everybody
some
needs them.
I could have had custom, beautiful things made at Redcliffe.
But you're gonna make whatever you wear beautiful.
Thank you, Pooh.
No, babe.
Oh, God.
Okay.
You guys
I
maybe
just
want
need
to
a
go
bed-
back for more than one reason.
Maybe a bed sheet as a shroud, and I'm good to go.
You good with all this, Cleo? Does this sound okay to you?
I mean, it's not ideal conditions, but like I said, what else am I gonna do? I don't really have a home to go back to.
You're home right now. I'm just so wholesome right now. Okay. Let's go to bed, everybody.
Okay, you guys go over to some quarters. It's pretty cramped. There's mostly just cots in a single room. Like I said, this is meant as a travel point, not as a place to live for a while. That said, you get well fed and you get some good rest, and wake up in the morning refreshed, ready to go. And Ozan is ready to meet with you anytime you desire to be met with.
Right now.
Okay, you guys all get together in one of the main rooms of the outpost where he has laid out a map for you of the deserts. Good morning. It looks like you've all had your coffee as well as some of our delicacies from the continental breakfast. I know it's quite delicious. So I've been into the deserts quite a few times. So it's It's survivable. I mean, well, is it pleasant? No. Will you want to leave? Yes. But you can make it. Now, and he like looks at the map and lays it out. Here's where we are, and all the way over here is your current destination. Now, this is a spot that some of the Academy Archaeology team members, like a specific team, had discovered a grave site, I believe it was. It has since been taken over by the Wardens. I personally have yet to be there, or to go there. But there's still a team out there, though they are cleaning up, kind of getting ready to go. If you follow this route, you can get to the gravesite, hopefully without any problems. This doesn't take you through any particularly dangerous areas of the desert. After that, however, I believe the only information we have on and he looks at Cleo, item of interest, is that it lay north from there. The research team is not well equipped enough to be able to make a trek into the desert, so after you reach the gravesite and get some vague directions from them, you'll more or less be on your own. Make sure you're well supplied before you go out. Let's see. Anything else? No, I think that's it. Do you have any questions?
Where do we find our camel buddies?
Oh, I'll show them to you as soon as you're ready to depart.
And which research team exactly discovered this location?
I'm not sure of the exact composition. I think the lead is named Giles.
Have we met Giles?
That name sounds familiar.
It does sound familiar.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
Where might I be able to peruse some other clothing?
Yes. Well, we have a wonderful stock right behind this door. And he throws open the door, and there's a bunch of like dusty old patchwork clothes. Feel free to take your pick.
I dive in.
Perfect. I walk in and just throw the first thing on.
I just shoot Gophers a look like, no. Do you have... I'm gonna need like an hour and a needle and some thread.
Well, we do have needle and thread. You know that the winds and the sands can tear apart your clothes pretty easily. You might want to put something less expensive on before you head out, just from,
That is
pro
true,
tip.
Erebir. What happens if you make something you really like and it gets demolished by the sun and the sand and all that stuff?
Tactics.
I pick the closest thing up to me and like slowly hand it over to Air with a little smirk on my face.
What is it?
It's like just a pair of like loose trousers and a loose shirt, and a pair of like thick leather boots. They're all brown and tan. Patchwork.
Nice.
have seen their day. Multiple occupants of this attire.
Is there any
You're not helping.
tabaxi-sized stuff in there?
I'm not sure that they would have seen or supplied a child-sized figure.
Well, I asked because there's tabaxi in the desert, so
Yeah.
I didn't know if they got anything from them.
They might have like a small cloak, but they wouldn't have a full outfit for you.
Take the cloak.
Can I interest you, dear elf lady, in any of our fine selections this day?
I kind of just start to like move things and peruse through the items and see what I can find to make like a makeshift outfit. As I kind of cry to myself a little bit.
It's pretty much all utilitarian. Like it's made for survivability, not fashion.
So there's this large closet, yeah. Is there like a large pile of like sheets or something? Because if this is like used coats, I don't think they're gonna have a size 8XL.
You're quite large, aren't you?
Yes.
Well, we can try and sew some of our blankets together, maybe. Will that work for you?
A sand quilt?
Yes, it would work for him.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
We may have
I'll take what I can get.
roof. A canvas roof we can tear down for you.
Yeah.
I'm already putting on my stuff, and I just
No. So
pat
like,
him on the-
we're like in like a. Thanks for the resubscribe, Bone Smashers, for 3 months. There's like a bazaar out, right? Like we're kind of like this is like a, like we're in the desert, yeah. Kind of has that kind of vibe, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the nearest shopkeep, and I'm gonna say how much, and I'm gonna point at like the your cloth
Yeah.
canvas that you usually see in a bazaar.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. See, for as dumb as I am, I have my moments.
You just want? Are you pointing at the roof thing?
Yes.
Hang on, and I'm like, sorry, excuse me, and I kind of go behind like like I don't know, this is like some melons in front or whatever,
Yeah.
and I like stand and I'm kind of like I'm looking at it and I'm like measuring out the diameter that I need necessary. I'm like, yes, that thing.
You just,
yes.
you want the canvas?
Yes.
Yes.
I need that to cover my cabbages.
Well, see, I mean, I'll pay you for it.
500 gold.
Well,
Oh.
we couldn't do something a little bit more in line with like 50 gold?
50 gold, deal.
Whoa.
Did I just get swindled at the bazaar?
It is a bizarre berry, so
Hmm.
I guess they're
You have
very-
to you have to get it down though.
Sure.
And don't hit any of my cabbages.
Okay. And I just, since my reach is like 11 feet high, I easily like just take it off. Thank you.
Pleasure
And I
doing
put it under my
business
arm.
with
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Alright,
I'm up 50 gold.
Erebir,
ready.
how are you feeling about your outfit?
I hand her another something. I said, "This one smells less
Yeah,
than the
try
other ones."
what you put on clearly has not been washed in like 4 different trucks.
I utilitarian, baby. It's all good.
This point, I have my dagger out, just tearing pieces apart, and like I'm needle and threading, and I'm just like working and just kind of like throwing things around, trying to like put an outfit I deem like tolerable together.
I was like, other people also will need to wear those. Just, I mean, and he's like watching you destroy the stock. He's like, well, I guess we can ask for some additional funding.
I mean, you have great coats throughout this entire bazaar here. I mean, like, you have an ample supply. I'm pointing at like all the tents above.
Oh, yes. I'm sure the merchants really appreciated you taking that.
Can we describe what the color and design is of the one that Barry's gonna be putting
Yeah,
on?
you can describe your outfits. Go ahead.
Okay. Mine is just a gigantic canvas with like a string that's like tied together, and it looks very much like I took the canvassing off of some shopkeep's bazaar stand.
It's just like a beige,
Yep.
rough linen canvas. Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Why don't we just
Perfect.
use a rope around your neck as like a string?
Yeah. There you go.
So I've like fashioned pants, and I've now put my garters that hold my daggers over the pants, like Laura Croft status. If that makes sense.
Mhm.
And I'm still wearing like my halter, like bustier top, but like I have like a like billowy long sleeve shirt over it, and then like my waist belt still on, and I've kind of made like a scarf to wrap around my head, like flowy.
Well, that is the most fashionable traveling outfit I've ever seen, and I'll just put all of these scraps into new clothes.
And I give him 100 gold and say, "Thank you."
Oh my god, we can buy a whole new outfit with this!
I can buy my own hotel.
Pooper is just wearing a cloak, right? Gives you stuff.
Yeah, it's like a cloak. It's, got like a scarf portion that's tied up around my head, and you can't really see much of the rest of me because the cloak kind of covers everything.
Drags a little bit.
Ooh,
It's a little too big for you.
so
Yeah, I look like a
mysterious looking.
mysterious desert cat.
Ooh.
I also have my purple cloak, like as well.
Is that over or under your shitty cloak?
Over.
Okay.
It's over? You're gonna ruin your beautiful purple cloak with the sun?
Yes.
The color's gonna get bleached right out.
How does Poofers know so much about fashion?
I'm saying this out of character. Thank you very much. I'm metagaming our wardrobe.
There's some things that Airville will not give up. She was raised a damn princess, basically. She's like, will not let parts of herself go. Like, she needs to feel like, hold on, parts of her identity.
Okay.
Like
so
her
after,
armor.
after you all finish MacGyvering some outfits together, Ozan shows you over to the stalls. They've already taken in your horses and everything. They're being taken care of. But he introduces you to 3 camels that are being readied for your departure. And he says, now this little one is a camel, and like pats it on the side. It's very tall. Camels are large, if you didn't know. They're very, very large.
I look over at Poofers. I want to see the reaction.
I will climb right up that camel.
Are you using your claws?
Yeah. How else do I climb?
It starts to like shake and grunt in pain. It's like, don't hurt it, and he like lifts you off
Well, how am I supposed to get up?
and then places you on top.
Thank you.
All right,
And I
now
pat the camel.
it goes like and spits. I don't know what sound camels make.
That's pretty close to what they make.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they make. Yeah.
How are we teaming up on these camels, guys?
there's
So
only
we only
3
get
of 'em.
3,
Maybe-
right?
Yeah,
Maybe
we can only spare
put
3.
Barry and Poofers together because it's like the heaviest and the lightest.
Hmm.
I mean, Cleo offers to walk. You're not going to move at a tremendous pace or anything.
Yeah,
We
I
may
can,
want to use the camels to carry supplies.
Hmm. True.
I can walk too.
Yeah, this feels a little bit uncomfortable, me being this large on a camel that's probably not that much bigger than me.
Says Barry, he mounts it and his feet still touch the ground.
We should tie some food and water to this stuff and maybe some like mats and tents and things. You see these little pack camels.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that. They have supplies ready for you to take. Not
Any
like a
juice boxes.
No, it's mostly water skins and like crackers and other, like some apples and other long-lasting foods.
Granola bars.
Yes, fantasy granola bars.
Trail mix.
Yep.
All right, so I can ride on a camel because I'm small. But who's walking and who's riding?
I can walk.
Yeah, I'll walk too.
I shall ride if there is room.
Okay.
Well, we got 3 camels and only 2
Barry,
riders. So.
Barry, can I have a boost?
Sure, and God, how do I even do this? I just lift up my foot. Like, so that it's at, like, waist height of a person, like as a
A
stepping
little
stool.
step stool.
And I just
your size in this episode has increased like 10 feet.
I know.
He's 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
Okay. If you climb onto the camel, it seems totally indifferent. These are weathered camels, well trained. And if you're ready to go, you can go ahead and set out.
Sure. We should set
Yeehaw.
out. Question though, when you mean weathered, like clearly they've experienced the desert plenty, but like, are they scraggly camels?
Yeah.
Or
They're not like super clean or anything. They're camels.
they're discount
these cam-
camels?
I would like to ask our friend if these camels have names.
Well, we
And if-
try not to name them because, you know, you go through them pretty fast in this kind of.
Ooh.
There's some
Weird.
movie where somebody of like high status is getting on a camel and they can't stand the smell and they put perfume on it. I can't remember what movie it is.
I think you're thinking of Indiana Jones, and I think she did it to an elephant.
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
that's right. It's the elephant.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Temple
that-
of Doom.
Temple of Doom. Yes. but very much the same idea. Yes. I see Erebir doing something similar.
Anyways, you can name them if you want. I can't honestly personally recommend it.
Mike, this camel is now Caramel the camel.
Oh, that is very cute.
Mike.
Mine is named Ginger Ale.
Is that a new type of beer or something?
It just sounds kind of snazzy, right?
Sounds like bubbly and like fizzy.
It is. And it settles your stomach. Anyway, let's go.
Okay. You guys, set out. You're supplied. You're ready to face the elements. Ozan and the other people running the outpost wave you goodbye, and then turn to each other and say, "Well, I wonder if we'll ever see them again."
Bye. We'll see you soon.
Encouraging.
You're equipped with the map. You're ready to go. Who is navigating?
We
Uh,
better give it to the
Highest
dumb.
Yeah.
intelligence in the group.
Lowest intelligence,
Hold on.
excellent cartographer.
What's
Wait,
the highest survival?
I have a cartographer
Plus
set.
5 survival.
I have +5 survival.
Barry is the navigator.
I have +5 survival, actually.
I have +1 survival.
I have +1 survival as well.
Well, Troy also does have some abilities with maps.
I have a
We
cartographer.
just have to write things.
She has
for
a
him.
history with maps. Anyone have a crayon?
Hey, I resent that.
Don't give him the blue ones. He eats those.
They taste like blueberry.
I just imagine everything that Troy produces to be something like Charlie would from Always Sunny.
Mhm.
Like half written English and things are spelled wrong.
That's a denim chicken.
God.
Fine. You do it then. I'll follow you.
All right,
Smart.
poofers.
Wait, why me? Why can't Barry do it?
How about Barry?
I vote Barry.
I vote we not be led by the child.
Ooh.
Damn, son.
I mean, I am the youngest one here, so that's okay.
Okay. Sure.
I'm
Give me the
pretty
map.
Sure, technically, I'm the oldest one here, so.
Oh, so then the one with the most experience should lead us.
Yeah, no, I don't have actual real world experience. That's kind of new for me.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
got a very hoity-toity past.
Yeah, as with most elves I've seen.
I've lived pretty much 100
Uh,
years.
Racist.
Look at the shade being thrown over here.
I'm sorry, I don't mean any insults. It's just I'm very new to the exotic thing. You are all diverse.
Did you know that
new
this
to
is
kindness?
as big as we tabaxi get? Well, at least my kind of tabaxi. We're not all children. Just gonna tell you that now.
Okay, I've definitely seen taller tabaxi, that's sure.
Me too. But I am not one of those.
Alright, Bjorn, let's see a survival check.
Oh, jeez.
Should have gone with the map guy.
That is a 14.
Can Troy roll just so I can see what would have happened?
Sure. Let's go
Yes,
to
I
our
can.
map view while we're here.
You want a survival?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you
Damn
missed,
it!
missed opportunity.
We done
with a
goofed.
23.
I told you.
All right, you guys set out into the desert, and Bjorn is new to map reading. Probably. He's used to just kind of having a nature sense of where to go.
There's not really
So-
any
so-
trees or anything for me to make note of, so
So I
I'm
walk
a
up and
little
I
out of my
turn the
element.
map. I turn the map in the right position and orient us, and then
right
just-
there, yeah.
just smile and slowly fade back behind him.
Maybe you two should work together.
So it's the first day of going through these deserts. You're taking it slow at first. You're very new to the sands. It's very windy. Your mouths dry out fast. Sand gets in your eyes. You've learned to kind of pull your hoods down over your faces. Very hot out. Much worse than you're accustomed to. Bjorn gets lost for a little bit and stops. Crouches down next to a dead shrub and tries to ask it for directions. But it's dead. So not much help there.
Oh, don't look at that. That's
Necromancy the shrub. Our new
Speak with
friend
dead
loves
plants.
that.
live shrub.
So yeah, you continue on. You don't get hopelessly lost or anything. You're on the right path. You just strayed a little bit, and you have to make camp for the first night. I feel like you don't have to particularly worry about rations. I was gonna run this pretty gritty, but since Bjorn can just create whatever he wants,
Ruin.
You broke
Yeah.
the game.
no, I mean it's fine. So you set up camp for the night. Is anyone keeping watch or anything? You're just gonna.
I'll take the first half.
Okay.
Let's see here. Well, we have to get 8 hours. Troy, do you have to sleep a full 8 hours as a half elf?
I think I do.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
All right, I'll sleep 4 and then wake up, but we gotta hang out for 4 more while I get my.
Well, if you want to split it, you and I can split it. Hoofers.
2 hours each.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
All right, perception rolls from everyone who is keeping watch. 11 from Erebir. 8
Oh.
from Troy.
These rolls tonight.
Oh, 22 from Poofers.
Yeah.
So the first two of you who keep watch, it is definitely you're not in your element. It's very like it went from super hot to like pretty cold. You're not used to the heat and or not the arid nature, the dryness. You're just kind of like throwing off your whole rhythm, and you get a little distracted through the night. Probably sleep some. A little bit more than you should, but both of your watches pass without event. Poofers, when it's finally your turn to go watch, you're like up and at 'em. You are not from the deserts. You, ironically, because your fur is orange, you are actually from the icy, snowy areas of Ethos. But you're like ready to experience the other half of your people's culture. The other half of you, and you're like getting into it. Your senses are heightened by the dry air and the cool night. There's like a scorpion that's slowly approaching, and you like immediately just dash over, slice it in half, no problems whatsoever. Apart from the wind blowing the shifting sands, this watch also passes without event, and you guys are ready to go in the morning. Can I get another survival check from my navigator?
Okay. Survival. Off screen, but it was an 8.
All right, not great.
Troy! Just take the map, Troy. He rolled a 16.
All right. So just as a reference for where you're going on this world map, this is about where you started with the outpost. The grave site is located somewhere around here. And it's going to take you about, I don't know, 2 or 3 days of walking, probably 3 because Spirin is not good at navigating and is leading you off track.
We'll get there eventually. You're doing great.
You're still quite good on supplies, almost there. And yeah, but you've definitely been slowed down because Baron's not very good at navigating. Have to make camp a second night. Let's just do 2 watches tonight for the sake of speed.
I'll do one.
Okay.
Would you like a perception check?
Yeah.
Someone else doing another watch?
I will, since I only need 4 hours anyway, so.
Ooh,
Okay.
that was a big
24
one.
from Baron.
Yeah, it was. Can they still see our rolls?
Yeah, they can see our rolls.
Oh, cool.
17 for me.
They can see the
Nice.
base rolls, I think. Not the...
Yeah, they can see the base rolls, not our bonuses, so that's why I was
Quite
shouting this out.
perceptive tonight. Oh, okay.
Alright.
Got it.
Let's have Erebir go. No, we'll have Bjorn go first. Because it doesn't matter. Bjorn, you're up tonight, and it's a peaceful night, a little bit warmer than the last one. You're around the campfire. Everything seems very peaceful. You switch over to Erebir's watch. Erebir, about halfway through your watch, you're playing in the sand. You're much more attentive tonight. You've had some time to adjust and everything. And you do hear what sounds like some sand crunching or some movement kind of nearby. Oops.
Did
Listen,
was that me or Erebir?
That was
It's
Erebor.
Erebor.
Okay.
I'd like to listen really intently, see if I can tell where the sound is, which direction it's coming from.
You try and like focus your hearing on a specific area. It seems to be moving very fast, very deftly, and potentially in more spots than one.
I would like to wake everybody up and let them know what I'm hearing.
Oh gosh, Nyosi said if we see stuff under the stands, we should just book it. Maybe we should leave. And I
You're
start
muted.
climbing up the camel.
It is not appreciative of you climbing up, and in fact starts to make a lot of noise.
Oh no. What's
Um,
happening?
you guys are all like groggy getting up. Can I get a perception check from everyone, other than Erebor? Sorry, you already had your perception check.
Mod 20.
Mod 20. Wow, excellent. Except for Troy, with that nat 1. 23 from Bjorn.
I'm
Troy's
good at
still
one
sleeping.
thing.
Yeah.
Meh.
So you guys are, the two of you are up and looking around, kind of like vigilant, according to Erebor's warning. And both of you see glowing eyes, about 3 sets of them, watching you from not too far, but not too close. It's just a little bit too dark.
Glowing like reflective glowing,
Yes,
or
like
glowing like evil red glow?
Like reflective glowing from the firelight.
I wave at them.
Very suspiciously on all fours, walking into the light of the fire is a tabaxi, actually. They've got brown fur that melds very well into the surrounding sands, and are dressed in kind of like light wrappings of similar color. Very dusty fur and everything, and he stands at full height after getting close. Says, "We don't see many travelers like all of you."
I'd like to hop down off the camel. Say, well, we are a very unique group.
Clearly, and you are colored as a scent tabaxi, but I do not sense that this is in your nature.
I've been around. I'm not from around here. I'm from the mountains. It's been a long time. I mean, I've never been here, but I do know. Do you know Nyosi?
I'm unfamiliar with this name.
Okay, he's a tabaxi from this desert, so I was just wondering if you knew him.
Well, we were passing. The sands in this area can be quite violent, and we caught the scent of something suspicious and came to check. Sorry to disturb your rest.
No
Are
worries.
you well supplied?
Yeah, do you need anything? We have a ton of stuff. This guy here can make whole smorgasbord stuff. It's great.
We are quite well supplied ourselves. This is our homeland, and we know how to navigate it. Anyways, we just wanted to make sure that nothing was amiss here. Again,
Am I actually asleep, or can I hear this?
I mean, you're probably like waking up. There's full conversations going on.
Okay, and so I kind of like do a little navigate. Maybe show that guy which way to go when I point over at Barry.
That would
Where
be
are
helpful.
Where are you trying to go?
We're trying to go north of here to a grave site.
Show him the map, Barry.
Yeah, and I show him the map.
He kind of like looks at the map with indifference. They probably don't really use maps so much as like a natural sense of direction.
Sure.
Where the other humans have stationed.
That's where we're going.
You were heading in the wrong direction. It is to the northeast from here, about another day's travel.
Underneath my pillow. Told you.
Barry, we should have just let Troy have the map.
I-
You were a terrible choice.
Well, Well, thank you, new friends. Is there anything that we can do for you?
Stay quiet and be safe in the sands. They are typically unfriendly.
Thank you very much for your advice and your help.
He kind of gives like a half bow and leaves. And they kind of like the rest they don't come forward to wave at you or anything, but they turn and leave. In total, the group was about 8 different tabaxi traveling together. Again, they just came to see what was amiss because you all smell funny. In the morning, you're able to set out again, probably for your last day of travel. And let's see, one more survival roll. You can do it with advantage because you've been given directions.
Okay.
Wow, it is a good thing that you got advantage.
Oh my god. I'm about to
Roll
get
against
this
Meg.
map out
Well,
of
that was a nat one. So I'll roll again. Thank you for advantage.
Mod 20, you did well today.
All
Oh.
right.
Sorry,
You-
I got on the camel backwards and I got lost for a second, but it's that way.
You have something to prove now. Troy has called you out. And now you gotta show him who's boss. And you lead the group right in the correct direction. And before long, you actually see your destination up ahead. The gravesite, or your destination, is kind of nestled among a bunch of mesas or like rock formations. And it's a little disorienting because this place looks so average and empty and just unremarkable. But as you get closer, you do see a number of tents set up. There's a small camp here where the research team is still they're not really working anymore. They're kind of waiting for your arrival before they pack up and head out. And you arrive. There are a total of only 10 people here, and the lead researcher, Giles, is the first to kind of come see you. He has like a scarf around his face to protect from the sands. He lifts that off. He's just a normal looking human guy. He says, "Oh, you must be the wardens who are the reclamation team, right?"
That would be us.
I hope you don't
reclaiming.
mind. Can I see your regalia?
Flash.
Flash the badges.
Flash our badges.
Great. And he gives a glance at Cleo, and he's like, "I assume she is."
She's with us. She's cool.
All right. Well, if you're interested in seeing it, the grave site is up ahead. But we've pretty much finished our work here. From here, we sent a team out a little bit ways north before the elements got the better of us. We also don't have much of a fighting force here, so not really. If something goes down, it's probably not going to work out in our favor. That's why we requested your team.
Why is this gravesite all the way out here in the middle of nowhere? Do you know anything about it?
Well, we are actually not the ones who discovered it. It was a team from the Cethos Academy, unrelated to the Wardens technically, who were on a sort of expedition throughout the deserts, and they happened upon this place and sensed some magical properties here. We have a good idea of who resides in the grave, though the remains are not in peak condition.
And who would that be?
I'm sure you've heard the legends of the hero who stopped the second ruin. It is believed that this is his resting place. The hero.
Well.
All the way out here.
Also,
Yes, that is quite a mystery, isn't it?
by chance, did you run into any of these researchers from Cethos?
I did, in fact. They had to hand off the work to us.
So I was told one of my friends is one of those researchers. He goes by Hootie.
Ah, yes. He's quite a character, isn't he?
He is. He is. But he's a good friend of mine. By chance, did he leave any research or any kind of information that might be helpful?
Nothing that I would expect would be of particular interest to you. I can pass off what the team left, if you'd like.
That would be very helpful.
Well, the reason we had to take over this site, other than, just it being of severe cultural interest to all nations rather than just Cethos, is it did have traces of artifact magic, and as you know, and he looks at Cleo, and she shrugs and walks away. As you know, these artifacts are of particular importance to certain current events, and we decided to take lead of the territory because of that. The remains here are not in the greatest condition anymore. They look like they have been severely burned with some sort of not fire, like pure radiance or something of that sort. It is kind of like they were marked in a special way. The grave itself is quite large. There's no coffin or anything, just the skeletal remains within. There was nothing else found on the body other than the traces of the artifact magic, which we followed north.
And how long were the researchers from Cethos here before you took over?
A few months. It took a while for news of their findings to reach us.
Interesting.
So, what are next steps here?
Well, as I said, we know that the artifact is somewhere to the north of here. It's incredibly hard to track in the desert as the sands are shifting constantly, so any residue, any sort of sign left behind is more or less immediately swept away. We don't have the manpower to reclaim the item, and so we are handing that job off to you. Like I said, all we know is it's somewhere north.
Okay. Do we want to start to? I mean, what time of day is it?
It's getting late. You probably want to rest
We'll
here.
probably camp here then.
My navigating still wasn't that great.
Okay, let's
Better
make
than
camp here and then
before.
head north in the morning.
All right. So, you guys all go to sleep. Thirin, before you go to bed, though, you start to feel a little bit lightheaded. Kind of like blink a few times to clear your head, make yourself feel better. But when you kind of like stop clenching your eyes shut and open your eyes again, look around, you don't find your camp or your tent or the desert or your friends. All of those things are absent, and beneath your feet instead is a polished floor of black granite. Stretching out before you is a short hallway shrouded with dark curtains on either side, and ahead of you at the other end of this hallway is the only source of light. A sort of reddish energy that casts a dismal shade about the hallway that you're in, but most notably, it silhouettes a tall figure who stands between you and the light. You take a few quiet steps closer towards this figure, and more of the next room originally blocked by this figure and the orb of light becomes visible to you. The creature is facing away from you and looks over a large circular room, the walls of which are lined with several tall mirrors of dark glass. You're still several feet away from this creature, but are close enough to see reflections or silhouettes, just black shapes that seem pictured in the mirrors as if they were paintings. In the centermost mirror is the shape of a man in loose robes, and scattered throughout the other mirrors are broken and bent shapes, many decorated with horns, spikes, and the like. And as you're about to take another step closer towards the overlooking creature, you're stopped by his sudden and sort of uncomfortable-looking movement. He jerks out and raises his hands high in front of him, and around his wrists are phantasmal shackles, from each of which hangs a small chain as if the connecting link between them had been shattered. With a deep chuckle, he clenches his fists, and a new mirror appears in the room below. It's blank at first, but you can see an image begin to appear, see a silhouette starting to construct itself. And unmistakably, you see in that mirror spiders building an intricate web over a sea of darkness. With that, you're torn from this alternate vision and open your eyes to find yourself back in your tent.
Wow. That was a very large vision that added some clarity to the overall backstory of Biren. What is everyone doing right now? Did it look like I was like convulsing or anything, or did I just like space
Probably
out?
sleep.
Yeah.
You would just be spaced out. I don't know. That's up to you guys. You can wake someone up too if they were asleep.
Okay.
I'm hella asleep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait till morning.
Okay. Do you sleep well that night?
Are
Are you
I mean,
exhausted and you pass out, or are you awake with worries?
I contemplate for a long time, but at the same time, this has been my mission to figure out what happened to my home, which is covered in black like glass. So the hunt continues.
Yeah, and just for reference sake, as you're contemplating this overnight, you do notice that you really haven't had any like abrupt connections or revelations to your past, to or about your past. The proximity to this site might have had something to do with that.
Interesting.
Anyways, morning rolls around. You all roll out of your sleeping beds. If you're ready to go, we can go. If you want to talk, you can talk.
Barry, do you look totally normal?
Yeah, I do.
Everybody
that was
ready to go?
Fantastic sleep. How about you guys?
I haven't slept that good in a while.
Are we in our tent? Like, are there other people around?
You would be like, you would all have your own tent, but you're all together.
But it's just our group.
Yeah, Cleo is also there. You can ask her to leave. She kind of doesn't care.
No, I'm gonna I'm not gonna not trust her, but I'm gonna just lean in and tell the group, I'm a little suspicious about whatever research group was here prior to the current ones, being that they are from Cethos, and again, my overlying suspicion with Dr. God. Help me out, DM.
For reference, though,
Dr.
Just-
T.
just to
Yes.
like clear it up and make sure there's no confusion. The Cethos team that was here was not a warden team. It was an academy team.
Not related to the wardens?
They're like
They
a
aren't.
research university.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah. Think like-
okay.
Less
Never mind.
suspicion.
Yeah, think more like Dr. Jones kind of thing.
Never mind. Okay.
Yeah. Plus,
Forget that.
also, the research team there, one of them is a very close friend that's been helping me trying to figure out the mysteries of what happened
Okay.
to
Well, I didn't realize
my
that
home.
they had no connection to the warden, so never mind. Unless Dr. T's reaches stretch beyond that of the wardens.
Which is
But-
also a possibility. I just wanted to make sure you knew that they were different teams.
Look at this DM trying to set me off track here. Yeah. Anyways, slept great. Let's go.
Yeah. So, as we set off, when we're away from others, that is when I will
Okay. well,
relay this message of
Real
stream.
quick though, who's navigating?
please,
Who
I-
was
guys.
driving?
guys. I am not good with maps. I
Hand the
resign.
map to Troy. Troy.
Ready for him to roll another nat one.
This
Let's-
totally turned in the opposite direction. Everyone wanted Biren. The guy
Until
who
I saw
drinks all
how-
the time is supposed to use the map properly.
Until I saw how incompetent Barry was.
Wow, Troy, this
Wow.
is your role in the team.
22.
I have the cartographer set for a reason, guys.
Yeah.
For a reason.
You just
Okay.
know you're that way.
Well, I'm half. Come on. It's part
No,
of who
you-
I am.
You are a wood elf. You
Yes.
are half ranger, so you are good
Yes.
at knowing your way.
Yes.
So you feel like you're on a good route, and you guys can talk as you're walking.
Yeah.
Talk.
All right.
Ready? Go.
Go. Scene.
I actually had a very strange dream that I was in it almost felt more like a vision where I was surrounded by the black glass, like in my forest where all my family members are frozen. And the short of it is that I don't know how it's related, but I saw a bunch of spiders. And so it seems like Lolth may be potentially connected somehow.
She was also on the crazy train that we were on.
And I also
Maybe
think
it was a bad thing for us to make her really angry.
I'm very confident messing with my connection to Pelor, the sun god, when I communed with him.
Now, do you think she's part of the reason for the next ruin, or was she trying to seal her invincibility against it? I forget.
It was the latter. She was trying to protect herself.
Yeah,
And Bjorn, to remind you, there were
Yeah.
many mirrors in that room with many different shapes.
with many different shapes. But it seems like these visions. It felt like this vision was related as we get closer to this artifact. So, be mindful.
I think that maybe Lolth is trying to penetrate and affect us as her playing with us as a form of punishment.
Could be. I mean, we did stop her from resurrecting as a physical entity. So, yeah, it's not ideal. But at the same time, if she's in relation to not only all the calamity that's happening, but also the reason that I left my home, then maybe it was meant to be.
I think we all just need to be very much on guard and prepared for anything that might surprise us.
Maybe I should write another note to Doppio and see if he has any information from us in the realm of the god.
You think Doppio wants to help us?
Yes, Doppio is one of my best friends.
Bjorn, or Poofers, we need to have a talk about gods and friends.
What do you mean, Barry? Aren't you best friends with the god?
Yes, but my god doesn't throw my friends in wells and tries to feed us to krakens.
I see. He just gets jealous when you celebrate a day named against you instead of him.
While I know that Doppio has done some horrible things, I do think that right now we could use all the friends that we could get, especially on the God Court, whether they be small or big, because there's a big mix-up happening right now on the court.
It actually might be beneficial to have one of the little guys because they might not be as affected by what's going on.
I mean, I'm having a really hard time in my communing with
The big guy. So
with
now we should try the little
head
guy.
king and queen. So if Doppio has any insight, it would be helpful for us. As much as I may not be a fan of things he's done in the past.
Is it really that much of a loss to throw Magnus in a well, though?
Yes.
Just
Did
kidding.
you hear that, Magnus? DM's coming for you.
Back in the well for you.
That's where he is all those weeks he's missing, in the well, eating his burrito.
He just looked down in the well, and he's just
keeps
eating a
tossing
burrito.
into Random wells, whatever well we come across. Tokyo's like, in you go.
It will sit down there and eat the burrito.
God, I knew someone was gonna do that. Oh man.
All right, you are on. You're making good pace with Troy leading the caravan. Let's see. You, after a full day's travel, you don't see much. It's mostly just sand and cacti and nothingness. It's very hot today, so you get a little bit exhausted from your increased pace and the heat, but you make good time, make good progress, and are in the distance. You can see that the ecosystem, the environment is starting to change from like horrible, just all sand to a little bit more of like rock and like solid stuff. It's like still deserty, it's just less like only sand dunes and starts to have more rock formations and everything. But you stop to make camp for the night. And Cleo looks a little bit antsy. She's like, hasn't had any skulls to crush in a few days. And so she comes up to Poofers after you set up camp and says, "Hey, how do you feel about sparring? You know, I saw you fight that thing back in town, and I need to stretch some muscles.
You are the first person in the history that I can remember that has asked me to spar, and I absolutely am down for that.
All right. Well, let's stretch up so we don't pull anything, and then get going. Now, I really want you to not hold back. I can take it.
Okay.
So she armors up.
Barry, get me a beer.
Stretches out a little
Beers
bit.
all around.
Are we
The-
betting on this?
Oh. Hey. I'm gonna. Poofers can't hear us, right?
No, she's probably off preparing for battle, I would assume.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm putting 50 on the on
On the
Cleo.
new girl.
Mm-hmm. Dude,
Uh.
remember I fought a paladin and just got clapped like way back in the day.
I'd like to point out Poofers beat a paladin.
I'll match
Wasn't
your
that-
50 gold
that was-
for 50 on Poofers, Troy.
Okay, but that was a pally that like chased me up a tree, right? That one time, and like
No, this is a pally in the tournament.
No, you lost to a monk.
oh, it was a monk. Oh shoot.
Yeah, that was Gwen the monk.
Money's
She was
already
the
down.
Shite-Bright.
I'm the
Oh,
bookie.
Dang. All right, fine.
All right, the other three of you,
No
it's a
takesy
nice like break to be able to just like sit around and like have some fun after traveling in the desert for so many days. So Poofers, you get ready to spar. We're not going to roll initiative and everything, but how do some like just straight athletics, or we can make attack rolls and like conclude off of how they compare.
Let's just do athletics and stuff. It's just easier.
Okay.
As Poofers, walks into wherever we're sparring, her demeanor is totally changed. She is extremely serious. She walks in, slams her sword into the ground, and kneels to Cleo.
Cleo looks a little thrown off by this, and she's like, I didn't know people other than knights did that, but sure. And she returns the gesture, plants her sword, she says a flail, sets her flail down and her shield, and bows to you as well and says, all right, let's have a good, clean, fair fight. Ready yourself.
Which just nods.
And let's have athletics rolls. Virtual tabletop not found.
Do not take the second one. 16.
Okay, mine was an 18. So the battle starts off in favor of Cleo. She rushes at you with a speed unbecoming of someone heavily armored, and kind of just like starts wailing at you on the flail, and you're having trouble dodging every single hit. She's not like attacking you to kill or anything. This is not meant to hurt you tragically, like severely, but you're having trouble keeping some balance. She's kind of got the upper hand. Let's see another roll.
$26. Ooh,
Oh.
I could see that one, by the way.
Yeah. Versus a 25. So you are just able to turn it around and basically put yourself on even grounds right now. You exchange some blows where she deflects it off her shield and then returns it, which you're able to step out of the way of or deflect with your sword. And let's see one more.
Nat 1.
Yeah, I now want.
Oh.
So
I got a 13, so.
yeah. She's unaccustomed to fighting in the sand, and she's kind of starting to struggle taking on the weight of your attacks. And, you hit against her shield really hard and kind of throw off her balance. Bring your sword around and are ready to kind of like deal the finishing blow. And you start bringing your sword down with the intent of stopping it like right before you hit her in what would be like an exposed area around her neck, kind of. But you feel a tremendous weight behind your sword. And let me pull your tokens in here really quick, actually.
Great.
That is some red desert.
Yeah. You feel like a weight behind your sword as you're bringing it down that is not natural at all. It should just be cutting through the wind with speeds you're accustomed to. And instead there's weight behind it, and you see Cleo's eyes kind of widen as she's looking behind you. The three of you watching this you see Poofer start to bring her sword down, but instead of just slicing through the air effortlessly, it slices through the air with effort and leaves something behind. And in mid-air, right behind Poofer's, opens a fissure in mid-air, through which red and orange light erupts. And Poofers, you finally finish bringing your sword down and stop it right before striking Cleo. And turn to look around your shoulder and see a fissure that your sword seems to have opened in midair. There is an immense heat coming from this. You backpedal really quickly, probably stumble over. And after a few moments, as you all are watching this, mouths gape with extreme surprise, a hand grips the side of this fissure, and something steps through. Let me send you some pictures in our context channel.
Did I do that?
What? Did you just slice
I would
through
like to
the
return
time
to
space
that.
Oh.
continuum?
No, no, thank you.
That
So
looks like a boss battle, like a big boss.
I'm not. After he steps out, you see another hand grab the side of the fissure, and another creature steps out after him. After the second creature has walked into this world, the fissure closes, and they both look at Poofers, and then look at each other and exchange a few words. The language that they speak in is... I've checked what languages you all speak. It is unknown to all of you, and it sounds very like has a lot of the kind of like fluid
I
echoey
have
sounds.
comprehend languages.
What is the casting time on comprehend languages?
One action.
What action? And I last for an hour. I understand the literal meaning of any spoken language I hear.
Were you guys able to see that
Too
text?
bad they're speaking in metaphors.
Could you read the text there, or did it look like spooky?
What text?
Where?
Foundry.
over in Foundry. So the
It
people.
does. I see die.
So for the people
What?
that can't join us, that may be just listening, these look like demonic warriors of some kind. Red skin with horns. Kind of look semi-Darth Maulish.
Eravir, that takes an action to cast, which is 6 seconds. Unless you could cast it as a reaction, you wouldn't be able to cast in time to capture everything they're saying. But let's take a break here.
Whew. All right, new strangers that look very intimidating. Find out more. We'll be
Note
back.
to self: never swing sword again.
We're back.
Welcome back. So we just had Poofer's Terror open a hole in reality through which some fiery people walked through. There's a more masculine one, a more feminine looking one, and they are demonic looking in nature, but what stands out most about them is not only their, terrifying appearance, but they both shed light and radiate heat. At their feet is kind of an ever-living pool of embers and fire. And their entire bodies, in fact, seem to be kind of invigorated with a fiery fury. As they emerge from this fissure that Poofer tore open with her sword during the sparring event, they came out and kind of looked around with a slight look of confusion on their face, exchanged a few words, the last of which Erebir picked up was comprehend languages, and then kind of looked around and started to draw their weapons. So I'm gonna need initiative from everyone.
Can I do you know your enemy on them real quick?
You do not have a minute to observe them. They are
That's
in fact
unfortunate.
ambushing you.
Less than ideal.
Would I be able to then telepathically message the group out what I've heard? As soon,
You do. That would be a whole other action, so you don't have time to do that.
Okay.
All right. So we have Erebir is always at this top. It is the oddest thing.
Yeah, it sucks. Can I trade?
Poopers and Troy need to roll off.
Oh my god. We both rolled so poorly.
So Troy's going first, it looks like.
After Erebir, right?
Yeah. Or yeah, before Poopers, I meant.
Yeah.
Actually. What did Bjorn roll? An 8.
Not great.
Not great.
Cool. In that case, Erebir, you get to go first.
So is it my action if I want to telepathic message out the group what was said?
You can message one person as an action. Or you can just yell it out loud.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, go ahead.
Is that my whole action if I yell it?
No.
Okay. So I yell out to them. The last part I caught is, and I see no need to kill it, but it is related. So perhaps we should at least engage to observe his influence and power.
And that was, they looked at me, right?
Yeah.
Great. My eyes kind of go big.
Erebir, you cannot get a response on this turn, to act on, so you have to take your own action.
I'm gonna go ahead and do some twin chromatic orbs of cold at them.
Okay, let's see it.
So I need to roll twice. 1, 2.
Jeez.
Wow, an 18 for 39 damage. That was a big roll. Oh, you cast it at 4th level. That's why. Which one do you want to hit and which one do you want to miss?
I'm gonna hit the guy and miss the girl.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
maybe the girl is the more powerful one.
Yeah, but
Okay. So you hold out your hands, and from each a beam of cold energy transforms into 2 orbs that blast out at each of these. The female kind of steps out of the way, but the male, who's up against a rock, doesn't have a lot of room to dodge, and he takes the hit for its full damage. Poofers has to dodge out, bend out of the way, duck down.
I'm real short. Probably
Yeah.
just do a little squat.
So that's fine. Eravir, anything else?
You're muted.
Sorry, I'm gonna move behind Barry. And actually, how tall are the pillars next to me?
Not super tall, like 10 or 15 feet each, probably.
I'm gonna go up there. I don't
Okay.
know.
I can pull you up there. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. It is now. It is now this creature's turn, and he is first. Going to hold his hand out. He takes that hit, but doesn't look like super hurt by it. He holds his hand out, and you see something start to form over here. Right now, it's just a very bright light, but it is slowly growing. And then he draws a large blade and is going to try and hit Poofers in the face. With a 21 to hit.
Nope.
Okay,
Yes,
well that does hit. I know. So he kind of like recovers from this hit, holds out his hand, and meanwhile draws his sword from his back and brings it down in one fell swoop against Poofers with frightening speed. For a total of 14 damage to you. That is 11 slashing and 3 fire.
Yeah, not raged.
Troy, that brings us to your turn.
They're both pretty much right on top of Poofers, or just the
Just the dude
masculine
right now.
one. Okay. I'm gonna simultaneously notch 2 arrows and fire them both straight at the demon dude's chest here.
Okay.
For, let me see. 1, 2. Did that just do 2? Or just
I
one?
only see the one.
Okay, sometimes it takes me a second to... How about that one? Did that go again? There we go.
Yeah.
So first one was 25 to hit for 9. Second one was 17 to hit for 11.
Okay, both of those hit. You're hitting the male, right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, so that's a total of 20 piercing damage.
And on the second one, I'd like to add, I'm gonna try to knock him back.
Okay.
Pushing attack.
All right.
Which
so
is,
that's a strength save for me, right?
Correct, DC 15.
Oh, yeah,
And-
he rolled a 21.
Okay, but I also get to add the damage of a D8 here, so an additional 6.
Cool.
And then, as a bonus action, can I just back up a little bit?
You can just move, yeah.
I just want to, just put a little distance.
Okay. That brings us to Poofers.
All right, so as the sword comes flashing down in my face, I kind of look at him, and there's a fiery spark that grows in my eyes as I rage. I'm going to pull my blade up along the same path that his came down, and then spin around and slash down again recklessly. So I'm going to attack recklessly. It's going to be a few different rolls.
I'm ready. Oh, the second one was an at 20. Bow, 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 bow.
Okay, I'll take that one, and then my first one would be an 18.
Okay. The 18 hits, yeah.
So
So
that's
it's
20, minus the Crimson Right damage, so minus 8 total.
So that goes from 42 to 34?
Yeah.
Okay. Neat. Do you do a second attack right now, or? Muted.
That was Those were both.
Okay, that was
attacks.
combined. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, so hold on. No. So it should be 20 plus 42 minus 8.
I'll just add another 20.
54, I think.
54.
Okay. So both of those attacks hit, and as your sword comes across him, he's not really armored. He's just kind of like naturally tough. You like carve flesh off of him and see like glowing fire within as the wounds kind of stitch themselves back up naturally. It brings us to the female's turn. She disappears.
Whoa.
But after she disappears, you start to see a few things appear throughout. Spawning elsewhere in the map are creatures of fire and armor. They are fairly large, about Bjorn's size, and pretty terrifying looking. I'm also posting a picture of these in context.
I look forward to seeing how menacing they are. Oh, yeah. Yep, very menacing. That's what I thought.
Okay.
Not fun.
No,
So-
thank you.
She's gone. It's Cleo's turn. Oh boy. I'm not very good at running her yet. That's okay though. She will look with some concern at whatever is forming over here, but then opt to run over to one of these and start fighting them. Why don't we smite something? 1d, 2d8 plus.
Do you want to be smoked? Smoted?
Okay, so she hits the first time and also the second time for a significant amount of damage against this creature. So she raises her flail twice, bringing it down against this fire creature. It like clings off of the armor, but still seems to do damage to it, though not as much as one might expect from her base attacks. So, go. That brings us to Bjorn's turn.
Okay. What Erebir said was interesting about them basically testing us. And that has me confused about how seriously I should overall take them.
Very seriously.
Yes.
Yeah. You should take them quite
Very
seriously.
serious.
So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to touch my arm and wind it up, and then I'm going to go incorporeal. I'm going to activate my Ghost Step Tattoo.
Okay.
And I am going to shift. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that puts me in range for everybody. For you know what comes next in a 15-foot radius.
Shots.
Yeah. It's time to bring out the Spirit Guardians, which are my golden shot glasses, an angry hive that is going to start bashing everything.
All right. Remind me to make the saves when their turns come around.
Yep.
Okay.
AoE, baby.
Yeah, I used movement, bonus action. Yeah, I'm good.
All right, Erebir, back to you. I'm gonna put a marker up here so we don't forget that this thing is forming.
How is big bad evil fire dude looking?
He looks excellent.
Of course he does. How are all of us looking?
I don't
Only
think
one
we've
person
taken.
has taken a hit.
Poofers
Okay,
is,
I didn't think so,
I
but I
think
just
Poofers took a small amount of damage, but I think that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna throw some more chromatic orb of cold at him.
All right. Let's see it. 15 is not enough to hit. So you are from an upper angle. There's lots of bright lights emanating from all of the creatures here. And it's a little bit blinding. It throws off your aim just a little bit and gives this creature the extra second it needs to dodge out of the way as that cold orb crashes into the rock behind him. Anything else you want to do?
Not at the moment.
Okay. It is now his turn. And he...
Shot glasses. Can you roll for it, please?
Yeah, thank you. I would have completely forgotten. It's wisdom, right?
Yes, let me... Guardians... yes, wisdom 17.
Okay, that was a mod 20.
Damn. So, half damage. Sorry. Don't up right away.
Oh,
There we go. Okay, I don't know why it rolled twice. That's weird. Let's try that again. There we go. 10 damage.
Okay. I will note that.
Whoa, Nilly, what is that thing?
Yeah, so whatever was growing over there, it looks just like the other two that have spawned, but it is much, much larger.
Not ideal.
And it is growing and growing and growing and starting to take form. It's not fully formed yet, but that is what it is becoming. Meanwhile, this creature is going to wail on Poofers again.
Question: was it the male demon? Did it open up this portal that's forming?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
And I have been making saves for it on.
Gotcha. Concentration saves, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right. So he first rolled a 29, and then he rolled a nat 20 against Poofers for these two hits. So for this first hit, you will be taking 27 damage. 17 of that is slashing. So that will be reduced down to 8 for a total of 18 damage. I don't think you're resistant to fire, are you?
No, but that would be a nice thing from my friend.
Man, if we had someone who was resistant to fire, that'd be nice right about now.
Oopsie. Okay. The second hit is going to do a total of... That would have been 34 slashing damage, but that's going to get halved to 17. Plus 10, because this was a nat 20. So 27 additional damage that you have just taken.
Now?
And this was, he kind of like takes a deep breath after reforming from your hits and raises his sword and slashes down across you twice in a sort of like X formation that leaves like sparks in the air, like a sparkler.
Well, at least it looks pretty.
Yeah, it does.
Wow, the colors!
These two elementals now get to go. This one is going to attack Baron after it makes a save.
You beat me to it.
That was a 12.
Okay, that
And
fails.
the other one was a 6, so... What was the damage you rolled before? 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that how you want to do that?
Yeah, I mean, it's all the same attack. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. This one is going to reach out with its fiery hand and gently caress Baron's cheek.
Ow.
With a nat 20
No.
oh, more like a slap.
for a total of 24 fire damage.
And then Poofers is
Ouchies.
going to reach out, and a wall of ice is going to still some of those flames.
Okay.
It will reduce it by 8 damage.
So you're going down to 16 fire damage. On top of that, your clothing catches fire, and unless an action is taken to douse, you will be taking damage from that.
My tarp? My tarp!
The other elemental.
Well,
is-
now things just got
Canvas.
really serious.
Oh, you pissed him
Oh
off.
wait, I get to attack you twice. There's a
Shouldn't
whole
have done
other
that.
attack here.
I am
Oh, that one
displeased.
definitely misses, so that was a 9-9. Okay, then the other elemental is going to attack Cleo twice. Only one of them hits for a measly 10 damage, but she also catches fire.
What kind of damage?
Fire.
Because they have big swords, so are they like melee?
They are.
Are they
They're like the swords are. The picture's not perfect. The swords are made of fire, so it's like. All
Gotcha.
damage from the elementals will be fire damage.
Gotcha. I was just curious because right now I'm in corporal, so like slashing and all that stuff is.
Yeah, no,
Ah.
it's fire damage.
But yeah,
here.
I gotcha. All right.
Okay. Troy, it's your turn.
Is the main baddie like focusing at all on whatever this growing gigantor thing is, or it's just doing it on its own?
He is the one who started it, so it is safe to assume that he is concentrating on it.
Okay. Okay. I am going to take a first shot again at the same baddie here. .23 to hit with 9 piercing, and I'm gonna attempt to knock him prone, which is a tripping attack. It's a strength saving DC 15. I'm sorry, strength save DC 15.
Okay, so he failed that. So that's an additional. Oh, I'm running out of room. Let me just start a new sheet. You did 9 damage.
Plus, I get to roll another. Hold on, sorry, another D8 for damage to add. So 4, so 13 damage,
Okay.
and then he's prone now.
He is, so I'm gonna make this concentration with disadvantage. How much damage did you do?
I did a total of
of 13.
13.
Okay, so he
How-
passed that. It is still growing over there.
It's still growing over there. Sorry. If I do use Commander Strike to Poofers, can she go right now? On a Commander Strike?
Yeah. Hold on a second. Because you just used a maneuver and you just used.
But it was only for 1 attack. I have 2 attacks per turn.
Yeah, I was just making sure that didn't use a bonus action and it doesn't. So, yes, you can use Commander Strike.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna Commander Strike to Poofers while he's prone in front of her.
So you can make 1 attack with advantage against him, Poofers.
Okay, Pooper's is going to do a cool move where she backhands her great sword and then does spinning slide to try and slash him in the knee.
That'll surely stop his concentration.
I'm trying.
20.
Yeah, no.
22 for 18 damage.
So you want to roll for that nat 20, or does that already keep it higher?
Ooh.
Why do I get advantage?
Because he's prone.
Do it.
That
was a nat one.
The other crit. Okay, so that is a hefty hit. Let's save a gun. Which he passes. Okay. That brings us to Poofer's turn. He's still prone.
I have a question. Would I know what these creatures are?
No.
Okay. So, Hoovers yells something in a language, which, if you know it, you can see it. And then she's gonna wait for a response before she attacks.
I would understand this.
Yes, I'll message it to you.
Thank you.
So you yell this at the prone creature before you, and he does not seem to comprehend this language, which will tell you
Great.
something that'll PM you.
Yeah. Okay. Didn't think so. Okay, then let's go with the old smackaroo, since diplomacy has failed.
Good try, diplomacy. Does she still get advantage because he's prone?
Until his turn, he's pro.
So he responded to her.
No, he did not, but that informed her of something else that he didn't understand it.
Okay, so that's going to be a 16 and a mod 20.
16. The 16 does not hit. The mod 20 does hit.
That'll be 22 damage, and Poofers, as a bonus action, is going to take her claws. I should have done this first, and grind them against her sword, leaving a trail of sparks, and I think that damages me.
Okay, so she, for others who don't know, is activating Crimson Right, but we rebranded that to be Brand. So, great. Anything else you want to do?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. Well, it is now the disappeared lady's turn, except she now appears up here next to Erebir.
The rose has told you.
You have been betrayed.
And is gonna hit Erebir twice. The first is a 25.
It hits. I'm gonna shield it.
What does that bring your AC to?
Hold on. 22. Damn.
Yeah, so that still hits. So this first hit is for a total of 20 damage. This second hit will be a 28 to hit for only 17 damage.
Only. Oh.
Yeah.
Ow.
That's the end of her turn. It's Cleo's turn. Is anyone like really super hurt right now?
I'm at about 1/3.
All right.
Like 60 hit points down. A little slow.
I am. Oh, well. A little less than half.
Alright, so she's gonna take that fire damage and not douse herself. She's strong. And throw a Cure Wounds Poofer's way. Cast. Poofers, you regain... Oh, that was a horrible roll, but 19 HP. It's something. It was really sad. What was her action? She doesn't really have any bonus actions. Okay. That brings us to Bjorn's turn.
Okay. And I'm on fire. My poor tart.
Yeah, are you gonna take an action to extinguish yourself?
I mean, how... you don't have to tell me, like, the damage, but how bad is the fire
It's not super bad, I don't think.
in relation to a cleric with, like, 50 health bad? I mean, like, if...
On a really good roll,
Yeah.
I could take away 1/5 of your HP.
Gotcha. 10. Got it. Okay. Yeah, that big thing is a little scarier than my 50 gold tart being burnt. Damn. I am... Let me double check before I do this. I am going to cast a... What would that thing be?
Oh wait, sorry, Cleo did have a bonus action, I just found it. Each creature within 30 feet regains 6 HP. You're welcome.
That's a
Now
dub.
go ahead.
I am going to...
Am I still within 30 feet? Let's see.
Yeah, you're within 30 feet of her.
Yay.
I'm going
You
to...
don't go above your max HP, right? You don't get 10
No,
HP.
No.
You actually also only get that if you're below half your max HP.
Oh, well,
welcome.
that changes things.
Huzzah!
I'll put that back. I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on our concentrating friend to stop him from using his humongo thingamajig.
That'll
Gigantor.
work.
Yes.
You cannot get rid of a spell by targeting the caster with Dispel Magic.
Damn. Okay. Worth a shot.
No, I liked it, but according to them,
That's fine. That's fine.
He is still prone, mind you.
he's still prone. But
is
he
still prone.
only takes a. You have advantage on hitting with melee and disadvantage on hitting with ranged.
Right.
What would your Dr. Ink be? Melee
That's
or
a
ranged?
save, so it doesn't affect it.
Oh,
Yeah. I am going to. I'm going to cast Blindness, a level 3 blindness on both the male and female demons.
Joke's on you, they have predator sight. They see in thermal.
Please don't give our TM ideas.
They see in thermal.
Are you casting it at 3rd level or higher?
Yes, I am. Do you know where this is going?
Constitution saving throw.
Con 17.
That's a nat 20 on the male
Disappointing.
and a 22 on the female.
Ah. It
Bummer.
was a good try.
It was a good try.
You're trying to use your powers.
That
For
was a very
good.
try.
Okay. Well, that leaves me with a bonus action. I'm gonna go invisible.
Okay,
Toodles.
well, you are
Oh,
gonna
wow.
take fire damage.
So he did two things, did nothing, and then vanished.
When in doubt, bury out.
You take 3
Cool.
fire damage from being on fire, but we'll say that your invisibility still works. You're just gonna, when you take damage next turn, it's gonna break
So,
again.
so what I was gonna say as well, but like I tried using my action, where you just start hearing like this big invisible thing going like trying to pat out fire.
Slap, 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 slap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eravir.
I am going to Misty Step away from this chick down here next to
Oh wait, that's the wrong creature.
my good old friend Troy.
Why you always gotta use people as meat shields?
I'm not your meat shield. You're not my meat shield. You just make me feel really.
You definitely can't move from where you land, which would be like right here because you're going like down.
But then I have movement.
Oh yeah, okay, you're right. You're right. When you're right, you're right.
It's not often, but it happens once in a while. And then I'm going to do out a prayer of healing for everyone. Everyone's gonna get 16 back. Yeah.
Okay. It is his turn. This creature up here finishes forming and begins.
Sorry. Shot glasses. One last shot at its concentration.
Wisdom save. Well, that was a nat 1, so it definitely hits.
Cool.
Double.
But his concentration is fine.
Son of a gun.
Savage
and-
John says, I think your parents also rolled a nat 1 when you were born. That is hurtful.
Oh, wow.
That was 13 damage.
Nice. Okay, that I did take that. He looks fairly severely injured right now. While he's not like bleeding or anything, it just looks like he's becoming battle worn. So he stands up finally, yells something out at probably the female. Eravir, I'll send it to you in a moment. But he is going to take one last couple of strikes at Poofers. Let's see, that was a 15 on the first one.
Nope. AC 16, baby.
All right, well, the second one is an 18.
The barbarian's so proud.
So
I always get hit.
including your physical resistance, that's going to be 13 damage to you.
Could be worse.
And you quickly see as he's like finishing off these attacks, he reaches out behind him. And all of the energy that was focusing on keeping that large elemental alive disappears. He reaches up and like scratches the air to form yet another rift behind him, which he steps through. Poofers, you can take an attack of opportunity if you wish.
No, I'm gonna plant my sword in the ground and let him go.
Okay, so
But I'm gonna stare menacingly through the portal at him.
he stares menacingly back at you, and then the tear zips back up, and he disappears. But the chick and the other elementals are
Nice.
still here.
And Gigantor is gone.
Yes, the large one is gone
Ooh.
for now.
Uh-oh.
It's now the elementals' turns. I'm just gonna smack out at what's her face again. What's her AC? Higher than that. So this one tries to like attack her twice with fire, and she just pulls up her shield to block both. However, she's still on fire, but that doesn't happen until her turn. The other elemental is going to move. Oh, they both need to make saves.
Yes.
Thank you. Like, I'm getting better.
Yeah.
5 and 8.
So they both take 13 damage. They're just getting pelted with like this angry hornet's nest of glowing shot glasses.
Yeah.
What I call a fireball shot.
It's going to move over here and attack Troy twice with a mod 20 and a 22.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Should I take an attack of opportunity?
Oh, you can.
Why
yes.
wouldn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
do
do
it.
that. Well, because then I become invisible and then I'm potentially vulnerable. But yeah, I will.
So that's a total of 33 damage from those 2 hits to you, Troy.
Okay.
I'm gonna ice shield you.
Oh, and also you catch fire.
oh, by the way, you're on fire.
You take 7 less damage.
7 less.
You're welcome.
Okay.
So for my attack of opportunity, I always forget this because I don't get to often. But doesn't Wardcaster allow for me to, or does it say an attack of opportunity has to be a weapon?
Yeah, no, you can cast a spell, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Yeah, I think so.
There's like a restriction on the level, I think. You can't cast like an 8th level spell.
Gotcha. I'm gonna cast. I'll cast like a level 3 inflict wounds.
Okay. Is that a save or is it an attack roll?
It's an attack.
Nice on those heads.
That's a 25 to hit.
Nice.
Yeah, go ahead, it's fine.
Kick its ass.
That is 25 damage.
Nice.
1. That one. Okay. I have like 6 papers going right now, but we're okay. That brings us to Troy's turn.
How's it looking? The one in front of me.
The elemental still looks pretty fine.
Okay. And I'm on fire.
Yeah, you can take an action to douse yourself, or you can just tough it out.
Okay. And he looks just fine. Dang. Well then, I will tough it out, and I'm going to, in one swinging motion, unequip my, or unsheath my scimitar and just do 2 slashing attacks directly across the front of it. So 1. Did the second one go or no?
I see 2. Yeah, 23 and 25. Both of those hit.
Okay.
Spicy.
Total of 12 damage. And you take 5 fire damage from being a flame.
Okay. I couldn't like roll it out with a bonus action or something. It takes a full action to put
It
it out.
takes a full action.
Okay. Can I move with a bonus action and just take the attack of opportunity?
You can move as your movement. But
Yeah,
yes,
or-
you will take
yeah.
an attack of opportunity.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
That was an 18 to hit.
Yes.
For 18 more damage.
Oh dang, that was maybe not the best move. Okay. So it was 18 plus the 5, you said?
Yeah. 18
Okay.
plus 5. Yep.
Ouch. Okay.
First, it's your turn.
All right, I'm going to feline agility straight across. Oh no, not straight across. I'm at a round, so I don't take a attack of opportunity from that elemental next to Cleo. I'm gonna launch myself up that pillar and do a cool swinging, flashing move from the air to hit Miss Lady Fire Elemental.
That pillar is like 15 feet tall.
Yeah, I've got 80 feet of movement.
So you're climbing up.
Yep.
Okay.
Just climbing up real fast, like vertically with your claws, yeah?
I can't move myself.
Oh, it's because there's a wall there. My bad.
All right. Let's see here. Recklessly. Okay, so that's going to be a 24 and a 27 to hit for 38 total damage.
Okay.
Nice.
That is noted. That is a chunky hit that you've just
Better
dealt.
proofers.
She looks surprised to see your agility in getting up here so fast. But it's actually her turn now. So, the first thing she's gonna do is throw down a wall of fire. Where is this? Up to 60 feet long, 20 feet high, and 1 foot thick. When the wall appears, each creature within its area must make a dexterity saving throw. Oops. Alright. Viren, make a dexterity saving throw.
Terrible. $11.
Alright, well that is not enough. So you take this much damage. 17 fire damage, but so does Cleo, so you're not alone.
Okay. Alright. As long as I'm not alone.
Yeah.
Alright, 17.
Okay. Then she is going to attack Poofers.
She has advantage.
Oh,
If she's
well, that was an at 20 on the first one.
Well.
And on the second one.
what?
I can take a picture. If you would like.
Just need your mercy.
Okay. So that first attack with her sword is gonna hit you. I have to half the slashing damage, so that's 22 damage on the first hit, with your slashing damage halved already. And then the second hit is going to be 19, already math done. So that is your full damage, and that is her full turn. It's now Cleo's turn. Viren, how hurt do you look?
I'm doing okay. Like, I'm probably not the priority healing target.
I'm kind of hurt now. I would say give it like a 36 out of 85 if I was going to put a number to it.
I'm at 20 out of almost 100.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
She
these-
wins.
Yeah, they need triage way better than me. Or more
Right,
than me.
I just can't reach Poofers, which is real sad. Alright, so I'll throw on an aura. Poofers, you regain 10 HP for now. And then she's gonna take an additional 10 damage because she still hasn't doused herself. Okay. And if she could reach you, you would be healed for a hell of a lot more. Viren, it's your turn.
Cool. I am going to shift yonder. And I'm going to bring down my shot glasses.
One
For
second,
in-
actually, let me check a rule.
Sure.
Okay, ends its turn there. You're not ending your turn there, so you're good.
Yeah, I'm not standing in the wall of fire. That's, 60 feet high. I am going to cast Beacon of Hope. I am going to bring out... I'm going to bring out Dr. Ink.
That is a nice spell.
You see where I'm going with this.
Yes.
So I cast Dr. Ink, and I'm going to place him like right above my
Oh yeah, I have to do
character
that.
piece. Yeah, you got to do that.
There you go.
Thank you. Actually, hang on. Let me see what his range is. Maybe I should go put him up there. Range 60 feet. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's go bring him over by the lady that's beating up Poopers.
Alright. There's not a lot of room up there, but sure.
He floats.
Well,
He's
just
good.
kinda
It's
floats.
a
Yeah.
fire something, a cat, and a giant beer stein.
That's what
Yes.
he says. There's a cat, a demon, and a beer stein. I don't know the punchline.
They walk into a bar.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna take a crack at our demon lady. 26 to hit,
That does hit.
and then that is 9 damage. And that'll end my turn. Beacon of Hope is obviously for all of my allies.
Dang. That's not fair.
Time
Okay.
for the alley-oop.
Erebir.
I am going to throw out a prayer of healing to all my allies.
Well, it's max heals.
Yeah, they take max.
So,
it looks like it's a
48,
48, so that would
32
be
HP.
35.
It's 48 plus 3.
Ah,
35.
35. Well, there you go.
That is big helpful. Thank you.
A 35 for heal.
Yes.
Nice.
And then I am going to Misty Step my butt up onto that little ledge right there.
The one next to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Dude is gone, so it's this elemental's turn. He's gonna come smack Troy a few times.
This guy.
That's a 14, does not hit you, I don't believe.
Nope.
But an 18 should.
Yes.
Min rolling. That is gonna be 15 damage to you this turn. You're still on fire. Just FYI. But it is your turn. Do you want to take an action to douse yourself?
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna take an action.
Okay.
I'm gonna douse myself.
Pet, 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 pet.
Yeah.
Vera, did you take your fire damage last turn?
I did not.
It was 4.
Okay.
And this baddie still looks pretty okay.
Yeah.
Dang it. Okay. So, I'm gonna action surge, and I'd like to grappling hook my butt up onto the pillar where Erebir is.
Okay, you are going to take an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to do a whole lot if he keeps chasing me around and I don't have any range, so...
Okay.
Sure.
That's a 13, so he doesn't hit you.
Okay.
That's good, at least. Alright, Poofers.
How is she looking?
She's only taken 2 hits this entire encounter.
From me.
No, one
Well,
from
it's
Vera.
about to be 2 more.
It's...
I'm gonna look at her quite angrily, and then I'm going to bring my sword down, hopefully in between her neck, and then once flat slash is done, across her belly.
Okay. She returns your angry look with kind of a look of mild entertainment, but she's mostly business. 10 does not hit, a 21 does
I'm
hit.
attacking recklessly.
Oh, sorry. My mistake. 93 also
no,
hits.
that is a miss. That was a type.
D20 80 plus 8, and you only rolled a 93.
Okay, that was a 9. So it's an 18 and a 21 to hit.
Both of those hit.
That is for 48 damage.
Okay.
Side note, you can take down my shot glasses AoE.
Helpful. Thank you. Oh, this wall also disappeared. On the chick's turn. Or it will disappear. Anything else you want to do? Poofers?
Nope.
Okay, so yeah, that wall of fire drops. And instead, she is first going to raise her right hand and gather a bunch of fire energy in it and chuck that over Poofer's head at Erebir twice.
I'm gonna ice shield her.
Okay, so this is a 24 and an 18.
I would like
Reduced
to
by
counter
11.
spell her.
This is not a spell.
Oh, it's not a spell. Okay. Then
Take 11 less damage.
okay. I'd
She
like
just
to
huck and
shield
fire.
Okay,
One of
shield
her-
brings you up to a 22, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna take 11 less damage. That was the wrong attack. So you would have taken 24, you'll only be taking 13. And then she's going to switch targets to Poofers with a 27 and a 17.
They both.
So that's going to be 21, which already halved the slashing for the first hit. And 17 for the second, already halved. And it's Cleo's turn. She doesn't really have anyone that she can reach right now. A lot of her healing is hands-on. I guess she'll just like smite this guy. Smiting is fun. Unless you roll a 2. Okay, the second one hits though. 4. Okay, so she does some hefty damage to the elemental in front of her. Also, someone gets healed a little bit. Wants to get
It's going to be
healed a little bit.
max of whatever that heal is.
Yeah, who wants to get healed a little bit? Okay, you get 12 HP back. But that's every
Oh.
turn you can get that back. Viren, it's your turn.
Cool. Okay. Looking around, does my party look okay after that heal? Are they they're okay? They're all right?
If I take as much damage as I did last turn, it won't be good.
Okay. Well, to reinforce ourselves then. How do I want to do this? Is there anything I can do? Man, that stinks. I got rid of my range heal because Eravir is our range healer. I am going to... I'm going to cast Bane on all 3 enemies.
Let's see what that does. Charisma saving throws. Subtract a d4 from d20 rolls. Okay.
Give me a level 2. So that'll do that. And then I'm going to have Dr. Ink take a crack at our very unfriendly lady friend.
Okay, all 3 of them failed, so.
Noise. Okay. And then let's do our little attack. Bam. Ooh, max damage, 13.
Okay.
I should have it similar like a D20 thing, but it's Dr. Ink, alert. Yeah, no. Don't
Okay.
worry, I'm gonna make it.
Nice.
And I'm gonna move myself up here to get myself just a little bit closer to the ledge. And that'll end my turn.
Okay. Eravir, it's your turn.
How is she looking?
She's looking pretty healthy.
God, we gotta nuke this chick.
How is everybody else looking right now? For my party.
I need a little bit of help. Not a whole lot, just a little bit.
Is Beacon still up?
I just took it down to cast Bane.
Okay. Well, I'll send out a little bit of heals. Let's get a 3rd level prayer of healing going.
Alright, 20 HP.
That was
back to
pretty damn
everyone.
good. 3d8. That's almost max.
Thank you.
Alright, anything else?
Was that heals to the party?
That's heals to the party, yes.
Alright,
Sorry, I missed it for how much?
That's it for me.
20
20.
HP back.
Got it.
Alright, that elemental moves up to Biren for 2 smackaroos. Oh, Biren, you didn't take your fire damage last turn. There's another 4.
Okay. And I'll roll concentration as well. I've been rolling it, by the way.
Okay, good. What am I doing?
You're gonna attack me,
Oh yeah, thank
and
you.
I pass concentration.
Oh, that was
Plus
a
a
nat
minus
20.
d4. Oh.
And one that would have missed anyways. So this first attack is going to do 38 damage to you because of the crit.
Owie.
And you're also on fire.
Owie.
Also, you're on fire.
Yeah.
So there's that.
The other one
That
is going
stung.
to attack Cleo. That one definitely misses, regardless of the D4. That one also definitely misses. She's also on fire though, so
Everybody's on fire.
yeah. That brings us to Troy.
Okay. I am going to notch an arrow.
Okay.
Pull it back real hard and shout duck at Poofers and shoot for the heart of.
Where?
Yeah. And go for the heart with a. Let's see if it'll work for me this time. Good hit. Sorry, go for the sharpshooter if it lets me. Yep. Okay, cool. And did that roll?
I say
Yeah.
21. Yeah.
21,
Yeah.
21 to hit.
17 damage. Okay. Do you want to do your
And-
second attack?
Yeah, I'm gonna do. Seeing that, I'm gonna just go for the same thing and try to split my first arrow in half. Same target. Drawback. Real strong again, and set up. Sorry, this is slow without a mouse. Okay. And plink.
19 to hit for another 18 damage.
Nice. Double sharpshooter.
Okay, and then I'm going to use my bonus action to second wind, which is a 1d10 plus 9 for HP. So, sorry.
Good.
15. Okay.
Cool.
That's it.
Good. Poofers, your turn.
All right. I'm hoping that by wailing on this woman, the things below will also go poof if she goes poof. So once again, I'm going to attack recklessly and try and slash at her feet and then bring it under her armpit because that's a sensitive spot.
Okay.
That's a sensitive spot.
Sounds like projection.
Ooh, nat 20. Wait, no. Was it?
No.
Yeah. No, it was.
It was. It was. Look at me go. Okay. So that's going to be a nat 20 and a 24.
To the
so
pit.
on the nat 20,
To the
it'll
pit.
be 22 plus 6 plus 28 plus 8, 36. Let's see here. 36 plus 39, 40, 42, 42 damage. And then for the second hit with the 24, it's 21 damage.
What was the total?
42 plus 21, 63.
Okay. Cool. She's still up.
Yeah, okay. I don't need to use my bonus action. Go. Is she looking not that
She's
great,
looking. She's looking pretty hurt. In fact.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. It's her turn. She's looking very hurt, but she's still alive, and so she kind of chuckles a little bit and says something, which I'll send to Erebir in a second, and is going to throw out her last attacks before, much like her comrade, opening a tear behind her and stepping through. At which point, Poofers, you may take an attack of opportunity if you wish.
No, but I am going to say something to her in a low voice so nobody can hear. I'll message
Okay.
it to you.
Against Erebir, 15 and a 26.
26 hits.
Alright, that's going to be 28 fire damage to you.
Oof.
Against Poofers, a 28 and a 16.
Both.
What's your AC?
16.
Was
Hit.
yeah, the D4.
Oh, so the second one won't hit you with the D4. You're
Haha!
Bane.
still,
Bane!
the other attacks will still land. So this one does 14 damage to you after your halves. Actually, I get advantage on you. Hold on a second. You recklessly attack.
Yes, you do.
Okay, that made no difference. You still only take 14.
Okay.
So she sends out 2 balls of flame at Erebir, and then slashes once at Poofers, and then she kind of like chuckles and says something before scratching the air behind her and opening a tear through which she steps through. Do you take an attack of opportunity?
No. I'm gonna let my sword dissolve out of my hand, actually.
Okay. As she steps through, though, these 2 creatures still remain.
Those bitches shouldn't have let go of my sword.
Womp womp. Man, she bailed
Clicky,
and
clicky,
left her
clicky,
friends.
clicky.
Okay,
She-
that was to Erebir, sorry. It's Cleo's turn. She is gonna smite. She's running out of attacks, though. Or smites, more accurately.
She dropped off her kids and ran, Coffee.
19 plus other numbers. So she did well over 30 damage to this creature here. Both of them are not looking too hot as it is. Buren, it's your turn.
Cool. Well, let's move. Can I move Dr. Ink? Any?
Oh, I
yeah, I can
have
move
to
him.
move him.
Oh, okay.
He was stuck in a wall, that's why.
Oh, okay. Well, he flies down from the heavens, majestic as ever,
She also took
and
fire
says,
damage.
"Your mom left you." And takes a crack at the one closest to Cleo.
Okay.
Okay. Doo-doo-doo. And that is
Misses.
a 12. Misses.
Yeah.
Got it. Disappointing. Okay. And I'm going to keep Bane up. So I'm not going to use my shot glasses. But I will use... Actually, my health's not that great.
Should have told me that. I could have healed you last turn.
Nah. Makes it more interesting. How do I want to do this? I used my bonus action already. I am gonna Dimension Door. I'm gonna Dimension Door. I gotta make sure I'm in range of Bane, but I'm gonna move a distance away.
Okay. Erebir.
I am going to send out some twin balls of cold chromatic orbs at these 2 fire dudes.
Okay.
So 1, 2.
That's so many times.
Neither of those hit, sadly. A 10 and a 12.
Oh.
Yeah, they're just a bit
So
too
many
low.
dice, so little
So-
damage.
You shoot these chromatic orbs at the creatures, and just like the middle of them like opens up, and it just goes through.
Dang.
It's actually their turn now. Can't really reach many of you, can they? All right, just kill the NPC.
Well, at least we didn't know it for too long. If Cleo dies, I'll resurrect her.
She'll be real
oh,
happy.
that was a lot of damage because one of them crit. Actually,
She'll be pissed.
She is very hurt. Also on fire. Troy, it's your turn.
Jeez. Does one of them look worse for wear than the other?
Yes, the left one looks worse, but
Okay.
not significantly.
All right.
By the way,
Going for-
sorry, did you add the negative D4 to those hits?
One was a crit, and the other one would have hit anyways.
Gotcha. Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, if it's like not even in the range, I'm not gonna roll it.
Yeah.
All right, going for a sharpshooter shot at the one on the left.
9 does not hit. Tragically.
Another one.
Yeah, gonna
it
do
again.
gonna shake it off and do the exact same thing here.
Shake it off, Troy. Shake it off.
Shake it off. Try again with a blink. Come on. Do better than that. Okay, there we go. 22 to hit for 21 damage.
Oh, that is actually enough to obliterate that one. So you shoot an arrow, and as it was like closing back up, your arrow kind of like hit it right when it like reformed, and kind of like got lodged in the middle of this elemental's belly, and it starts to kind of like shudder, and then it has like a fiery explosion before dissolving away into ash. So this one's gone.
And then what's the? I get a temp HP from my bow. We're gonna reduce the target to 0 hit points, 2d6 temp hit points from that attunement.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that matters because I'm full
That's up to
HP,
you.
but
Poofers, it's your turn.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna feline agility down this pillar, right? I'm gonna run at this fire thing full speed, slide by it, summon my sword as I'm sliding, and then turn around and flash it again recklessly. That's a 15 and a 13 to hit.
Those actually both hit, and your damage is too significant to not kill it. Yeah, you do more than enough damage. So you come up and like this thing, and you see like it like where you slash it, it kind of separates, and then it tries to reform but can't, and each part of it sort of sputters out and then crumbles down into ash. And congratulations, you have defeated this encounter.
Phew.
I think Cleo ended up the worst out of anyone right now. So I'm assuming
I'm gonna
everyone...
rush over to
I
Cleo.
would rush over to Cleo.
Oh, she's up. She's just like hurt.
Well, yeah, but if somebody's barely standing and coughing up blood, you probably want to help them.
She's fine.
Go give her some. Cure
I'll
some
give her a
wounds.
hug.
Who else is hurt right now?
I have 28 HP.
I'm about half.
How about that?
Viren, you are healed fully. Poofers can't heal herself. Amanda can't heal herself. So Poofers, you get 17 HP back from Cleo. As she places her hands on each of your shoulders, and you feel like more restored.
That is a wonderful feeling, Cleo. Thank you.
Yeah, she says.
And
Well
I turn it
thought.
into a hug.
She looks incredibly uncomfortable.
I'll cast a Cure Wounds on her. Thank you, Cleo. You fought well.
Sure, I'm still learning how to use this sheet. It's very
I'll
confusing.
cast a prayer of healing for everybody.
All right. Can we all get a perception check from y'all?
Sure. Give me
From
something
everybody?
good to
You
eat.
all got
Ah,
additional 25
12.
healing, by the way.
Nice. Please, someone roll a high perception so we know what the hell just happened. Oh, thank you.
That would be 23.
18.
Poopers rolled well too. Okay. Phew.
And I also have stuff to tell you guys because I understood what they said. So
All right, you guys are like still on high alert, looking around, making sure everything is actually finished and over with, and everything looks to be at peace right now. And you can sit down and rest.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think we may want to just rest here for the rest of the day. I mean, I can't think of a safer spot than the places that whatever those were just left.
so when the guy demon left, he said to the girl,
They aren't demons,
"Oh,
by the
well."
way.
He said, "I've seen enough. I'm returning. Have your fun. I'm going to report to our Lord. Join me when you are ready." And then when the girl left, she laughed and said, "Well fought, little one. He's taught you well. This was very informative. Our Lord will be pleased to hear of this. I'll leave you and your friends with some parting gifts. So Poofers has something to share.
I don't have anything to share, really. I just have some letters to write. I don't really know what's going on either, if it makes you feel better.
I mean, so they're following a lord, and I wonder which.
Well, remember when Tempe was talking about different planes? I wonder if that's who they're talking about, the ruler of the fire plane. But I'm not sure.
Well, apparently they know who's taught you.
Yep. And I give like kind of a slight like nod to Cleo and hope she doesn't see. Yeah, not sure what that's about.
I think she's probably like too busy tending to her wounds, so that's fine.
I telepathic.
And I would like to say back, I need to write a letter to Cross to see what this is about.
And I just give her an understanding nod.
So you guys can spend the rest of the night resting up. You can take a long rest.
Thank you.
I lose 10 hit points.
I volunteer to take the first watch, and while everybody is asleep, I'm gonna try and make sure like everybody's breathing patterns are indicative of them actually sleeping. I'd like to pull out my mirror and take a look into Cleo's past.
Okay. So you see a
Sneaky
series
poofers.
Good call.
images as per usual. The first, she's slightly younger, but still a full adult, being knighted, and she's dressed in like a shining white armor, with the symbol of like a quill on the chest. It's like their like sigil. Next, you see her being handed a vial of whitish blue crystals, like small crystals. Next, you see her engaged in battle alongside some other knights against some magic casters. Then you see her leading the same mages that she was just fighting in like chains alongside the other knights that she was fighting with. Next, you see her talking with an older human knight, both of them like kind of in like a home by the candlelight, unarmored, and they both look very somber. You see her again being handed a vial of whitish blue crystals, small crystals. Next,
Do they look like the same substance that Barry had taken?
they do. Next, you see her in a similar scene as before, leading some imprisoned mages, but the expression on her face now looks a little bit troubled. Then you see her looking at a dark tower that reaches far into the skies above the clouds, with a somber look on her face once again. After that, you see her with yet another vial of blue crystals. Next, she is being handed a torch by a mounted knight, and this knight is also pointing at a cottage where a peasant family is standing outside looking worried. The next scene, she has knocked that torch out of his hands and seems to be yelling or arguing with him. The next scene, she is being restrained by the other knights as that mounted knight looks on. Next, she's in shackles in a dungeon, dressed only in like scraps, really. Then she's before a court of individuals dressed in elegant white robes. Then she's being escorted through a gate by knights while she herself is not armored and is dressed in normal peasant's garb. And finally, she is walking away from what looks like a large gate and a wall that stretches off into the distance, and she has almost nothing with her. That's all you see.
That's it. Just
That's
her
it.
entire backstory. Got it. Okay. And then I am going to sit by the fire, and I'm actually going to write 2 letters and throw them both into the fire, and I'll do that over text RP.
Okay. When you guys wake up in the morning, I need another perception check.
I have +9 perception, and I'm rolling 13. But I'm not as bad as Troy with a
21.
natural one.
I'm very on it.
Hey,
Thank
but I
goodness
got.
for
But,
Poofers, because the
but
rest
I'm-
of us are doing this morning.
hey, I'm getting us in the right direction.
First, you're very vigilant. You've had a rough night, lots to think about. And as you're getting ready in the morning, you're still kind of on edge from everything that's happened. And as you guys are all packing up and everything, you're looking out into the sands and you see some movement over here behind this rock. And it kind of like, whatever it is, quickly slips away behind the rock, sensing it's been detected.
Go investigate behind the rock.
Okay. Behind the rock, you see a tall mound of sand, but nothing else really.
I poke the mound of sand.
It wiggles a little bit and
Oh, God.
is startled.
Does it seem like a menacing wiggle or like a I'm afraid wiggle?
It seems like an I'm afraid wiggle.
I reach in with my hands and try and pull out whatever it is.
You reach in and feel something very hard and cold, and it quickly like draws back and then like scuffles out from under the sands. And standing before you is a very nervous looking, on edge, like crouched and ready to go, like teeth bared. Reptilian individual dressed in very brightly colored, kind of like nice, look more like nicer than traveling clothes, like traveling wear, but like really high quality, that is adorned with colorful feathers to match the colorful feathers that adorn her, like the top of her head, her neck, and her back and her tail. And she says to you, don't kill, and that's where we're gonna leave off tonight.
Ooh. All right. That was a good cliffhanger. I'm curious. Lots and lots of questions. Many answers to find out.
So many questions.
Thank you to the people that followed. Thank you to the people that subbed and resubbed. And we'll be back next Sunday at 7. See you guys.
Farewell.
Ciao.